Okay, this is another review on the Azodin Blitz. I've had this gun since January. I've shot a few cases of paint through it, paid upwards of 10,000 rounds, and it is a very good gun. This is a stock barrel right now. We'll get to barrel selection later, different aftermarkets and stuff. And this electronic trigger, 3-point adjustments. You can see that hole right there, and there's two feathers aligned. There's like a trigger. There's two adjustment points up there. There's a magnet tension, and the post-travel and pre-travel. Standard ASA holes, macro line, a swivel ASA, regulator that adjusts it to about around 250 to 300 psi. Once you want to back it to adjust it, there's a screw right there. You want to back it in all the way to hand tight, and then do it 4 times out. Don't do it any more than 4 times, because if you do, then it will make the bolt not stick, and will keep shooting back and forth, maybe like on a spider, and you're out of air. That's what it would be like. This, and then you can fine tune it back here to 290 or whatever you want. But it only shoots above the max it can shoot. With this backed in all the way, and this to the max it can go is 290, which isn't terrible. But you can increase it if you take this crappy stock barrel. It's not crappy, but it's not the best. It is really accurate. It doesn't have the distance you want to see, especially in woods ball. And replace it with a barrel like that. This is a 14-inch J&J auto cocker threaded barrel. Hold on. To preference, you might want to get an on-off or a clamping V-neck. This is a twist lock V-neck. It's got a little volumizer right there, electronic eyes. These are all, I think these screws are metric. They do come with a nice Allen key set, if you're wondering. It's a very, very good gun when you're out there shooting. It shoots very accurate. It's a pretty good speedball marker. This semi eyes off. That's actually only capped at 11. If you semi's only capped at extra 11 balls per second. If you're shooting right now with that, it's only going to shoot 8. And then that's only 11. It's capped at 11. This can hit 20 in semi, but it has to have air in it. This is PSP ramp. This will be Millennium, which is like a purplish. That in real life is capped at 12.1, I think, and then this and PSP is capped at 13.1. Oops. So that is the modes. Let me pop this bolt out. This is the bolt. Darwin. Don't need to be really lubed at all. It's got notches cut in it to make the detents last. And this pin right here can be adjusted to the tight. If it's too loose or too tight, too loose it'll come undone, too tight it won't click in. So you need to adjust right to, and you can adjust right back through there, that little hole. Okay, adjust it with the Allen key. Electronic eyes. And okay, here the grips actually feel really nice. They don't wrap around all the way, but it's okay because it's only a $170 marker. You're not going to really expect wraparound grips. And some of the contenders for this gun would be, well, you could say the Spider guns, but I don't think Spider even makes 68 anymore. The one with that 50 caliber stuff. But the GOG, aka Smart Parts, is coming out with a new company, and it's under the name GOG. They're coming back with a Vibe, SP1 Tactical, and I'm not sure the other gun. I haven't looked that up yet. It's like the Envy or something like that. I'm not sure. Maybe in the Vibe's name. But they are coming out, so that's a contender. This gun is definitely outshoot that Vibe, but the Vibe would be more consistent in that it's a poppet valve. And this is a seal tripper, but a very nice seal tripping gun. The hammer is 30% lighter than other spiders and stuff, and if you ever have a friend spider, if you had an old spider, take off these two screws and feel the comparison, you can definitely tell that it's a huge difference. I would suggest putting compressed air through this in the macro line. Chances are it won't blow, because they recommend that you can use CO2 too, as long as HPA. But I would not recommend using CO2 with this, because you could blow your macro line, and that would just be a pain. But I use HPA, and you're gonna need a hopper that feeds fast enough, over 20 balls a second at the most. I would suggest getting something like a Pinocchio, Prophecy, Halo. If you get the Halo, you get a RIP drive, and an Aggie's. I have an Aggie. That's Aggie 3. It's pretty decent. It gets the job done. But overall, this gun's great gun for $170. I've heard people say it's like feeling like shooting an Ego because how light it is, and it's just an all-around great marker for the price. Can't go wrong with this gun. Completely accurate. It's a great gun for getting into speedball if you're gonna try to get into that. It's just a great gun for woods ball if you like hitting real aggressive. Because I like getting up in the battles and real close and trying to get people out that way, and not sit back there and try to snipe in woods ball. I like playing front and speedball. So I hope you guys like the review. I'll talk to you guys later. Thanks for watching.